Ladies and gentlemen, things are heating up. It's really starting to get intense. Following the strike that America carried out on the three nuclear sites, the Iranian Atomic Energy Agency has just broken its silence and made a very, very strong announcement. Yes, Iran is not ready to back down. Iran is standing firm. All of Iran, united as one, is now rising up against those who oppose its progress and development. Ladies and gentlemen, this statement from the Iranian Atomic Energy Agency, which is a response to the American strike, is shaking things up. It's frightening. Even those individuals who made the difficult decision to strike are surely regretting it today. So they have a clear choice. Either continue to strike and face Iran's ongoing retaliation, which is backed and strongly supported by its allies, because Iran's allies have indeed started to speak out, unequivocally condemn the attack, and explicitly declare their unwavering support for Iran. I am telling you, things are truly heating up. In the meantime, let's take a look at the statement. A strong statement. Let's dive deeper. But before we continue, I humbly ask you to share the video conference. Give it lots of likes. Share the video as much as possible. So, the Iranian Atomic Energy Agency says this. Following the brutal attacks by the Zionist enemy in recent days, the country's nuclear facilities at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan were attacked this morning by Iran's enemies in a brutal act that goes against international law, especially the treaty on the non-proliferation of nuclear weapons. That's the introduction. And this action, which violates international law, was unfortunately carried out amid indifference and even complicity from the International Atomic Energy Agency. So the International Atomic Energy Agency is being accused right from the start. This serious accusation will most certainly lead the nation of Iran to completely set aside the International Atomic Energy Agency. And as a direct consequence, Iran will undoubtedly continue its nuclear development program without any reporting or oversight to anyone at all. Iran will thus grant itself freedom. Let's continue first. Iran says this. The American enemy, America, is now officially designated as the enemy by Iran's American enemy through cyberspace, has claimed responsibility for the attack on the aforementioned facilities. So they themselves have claimed responsibility for this attack, which is under the constant surveillance of the IAEA based on the Safeguards Agreement and the NPT. So you see, these facilities are under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Do you see why this hurts Iran so much? The International Atomic Energy Agency has said that there is no evidence that Iran is developing nuclear weapons. They have said this repeatedly before the UN Security Council. They have said it. And these facilities are under their supervision. But what do we want? Why are we targeting Iran? What exactly is the problem? So, even though it's under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency, they came and struck. The international agency did nothing more. Very well. He continues. He says this. The international community should condemn the chaos that prevails in the country under the law of the jungle. Yes, Iran has stated the word, has spoken the word. It is the law of the jungle that is prevailing. International law is being violated. The law is applied as we see fit. And what the International Atomic Energy Agency says is being called into question. They are even calling into question Trump himself, calling into question the claims of the US National Intelligence Service, which said that Iran was not seeking to acquire nuclear weapons. He said that they were wrong. So he says this. The international community should condemn and support Iran in achieving its legitimate rights. The Atomic Energy Organization of Iran assures the great Iranian nation that despite the schemes, this is the important part, the agency assures that despite the schemes of its enemies, thanks to the efforts of thousands of revolutionary and passionate scientists and experts, it will not allow the development of this national industry which is the fruit of the blood of nuclear martyrs, to be stopped. So, Iran will not stop. First of all, it wasn't damaged like that. And Iran will not stop. Here's what is being said. So, the real thing begins, it continues. This organization has included in its agenda the necessary measures, including legal action, to protect the rights of the noble Iranian people. So Iran, in addition to the strikes, will take its case to various courts around the world, even though we know it won't lead to anything. But at least Iran will show the world that they know how to respect international law. So the message is now clear. Iran will not stop. And as long as Iran does not stop, the situation will continue. If the Americans don't get tired, because it seems like Trump got scared, he said it was just a targeted strike and not the start of a conflict. It was just to strike, and that's it. And the real problem, actually, is that we are learning that the strikes created holes in the mountain. But did they actually hit the target? That's not certain. No, it's not certain. According to Iranian statements, it didn't hit, with satellite images to back it up. Number. And the bombs fell in different places. So if Iran sets aside the International Atomic Energy Agency, if they put that aside, it means things have gone bad. If Iran no longer recognizes this institution, it means Iran will be living like in a real jungle. Iran will develop whatever it wants, however it wants, at any time. And now, Iran is equipped with cunning. If they were able to discover, if they were able to get the geographic coordinates of where the site is, because the site was exposed, Iran collaborates with the International Atomic Energy Agency. The director often comes to visit the site. Already, the gentleman is gathering information to send to America. And now, they have moved the site. What is going to happen? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the top story. I'll be right back with more information. That was the voice of your one and only Samurai.